KBLA Talk 1580 is proud to present our annual Black History Month luncheon. And this year, we're honoring comedy greats, trailblazers who broke barriers, and funny bones at the same time.
You had to grow up early when we was growing up because your parents were sent to the store to buy. You was too young to buy. I want you to go to the store, give me a fifth of gin and a pack of cigarettes. Mama, I'm two. They ain't gonna let me have that. Here, take this note. You be a little boy walking down the street with liquor and cigarettes. And your neighbors be going, that's a good little boy right there.
We need a little levity right about now. So we're rolling out the red carpet for comedy royalty. D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Lunel, Dion Cole, Martin Lawrence, and a surprise guest appearance. It's going up Thursday, February 26th in downtown LA at the Grammy Museum. An unforgettable afternoon of stories, celebration, and yes, plenty of laughs. Because let's be real, these legends don't just tell jokes. They have changed the game, opened doors, and made history while making us smile.
You gotta go to child support court. You gotta get there real early in the morning. You see brothers going into court. You see them come out 3 hours later. I can't pay this. Let me talk to you, baby. Please, let me talk to the witness, Your Honor. Let me talk to the witness. Brother be working for 3 weeks, get his check is $43.
This year, for the first time ever, we have set aside a limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon. They are going to go fast, and when they're gone, they're gone. So if you want a single ticket, or if your company or organization wants to sponsor a table, move swiftly and get to KBLA1580.com right now. All these comedy giants in one room on one stage at the same time? Stop it! This event is going to sell out quicker than right now and sooner than at once. KBLA Talk 1580's annual Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. It's gonna be legendary, just like them.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? You got to laugh the pain away. Keep on. Never say die. Keep on. Like this. Keep on. Never say die. Keep on. Like this. Never say die.
You are listening to and streaming a More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm your host and White House correspondent, Dr. Nii-Quartelai Quartey, reporting for duty. I'm in touch. And so you be in touch. Be sure to follow me on all the social media platforms at Dr. Nii-Quartelai. Just type in Dr. Nii-Q, DRNIIQ. And there I am, fresh for you to follow. You can also download the KBLA app to listen to us live or on demand, or stream us on YouTube. So many of you are watching us right now on YouTube. Don't be shy about getting in a More Perfect Union group chat on the YouTube to tap in and be in conversation with us in real time. I just want to, again, button something up, because at the top of the first hour, in my sheer excitement, I was talking about how one of my favorite artists, Jill Scott, are you listening? One of my favorite artists will be in Los Angeles performing at Blue Note. And I think that is going to be one of the hottest tickets in town. That's what I think. What do you think? You think that ticket's going to be hot? I think that ticket is going to be hot. And that's why they're going so fast. And so Blue Note LA, they are hosting Jilly from Philly, Jill Scott. She's going to be performing a 7 p.m. show and a 9:30 p.m. show. That's all you get on January 31st. And so go ahead and carry yourself to that Blue Note Los Angeles website and check that out. I do not have tickets for Jilly from Philly at Blue Note. And if I did, I would hope that I would have enough tickets to share, in which case, leaders, learners, and listeners, I got you on a first come, first serve basis, but I don't have those tickets. Now, Jill Monroe, my colleague, whose show is on following this show, she might. So you may want to tap in because, that's not Jilly from Philly. That's Jilly from Cali. And, Jillies stick together. And so, who knows what Jill Monroe has. But now it's time for your national news roundup. It's time for you to decide the good, bad, and ugly headlines of the day. So many headlines swirling today. Kicking us off, we know that the National Association of Black Journalists, an organization that I'm a part of, that folks like Don Lemon and other Black journalists are a part of and have been a part of, are saying it plain. The National Association of Black Journalists is condemning threats to press freedom, and they're standing firmly with journalists targeted for doing their job. NABJ unequivocally is what their statement says. They unequivocally condemn the actions and rhetoric of Assistant Attorney General, and the Department of Justice in response to press coverage of an anti-ICE protest in Minneapolis, while multiple journalists were lawfully present, documenting this matter of public interest and concern. The Assistant Attorney General, Hermit Dillon, singled out veteran journalist Don Lemon and announced an investigation and a threat of legal action against him. NABJ stands in full solidarity with Don Lemon and all frontline members of the press who were simply doing their job and upholding their duty to inform the public. And shout out to NABJ President Aaron Haynes, who also didn't mince words, saying that NABJ is saying, quote, NABJ's support for Don Lemon is grounded not only in solidarity with our colleague, but in our unwavering defense of press freedom and journalistic integrity. Aaron Haynes, the president of NABJ, went on to say that any public suggestion that journalists may face criminal consequence for documenting protests sends a dangerous message that threatens the independence of the press, and it weakens the democratic principles journalism exists to protect. And so the NABJ, not mincing words, the president of the National Association of Black Journalists, Aaron Haynes, not mincing words, and Dr. Nii-Quartelai Quartey, not mincing words. I'm double clicking on that. This is about more than just Don Lemon. This is about the freedom of the press. And when the freedom of the press ceases to exist, that means that you don't get the information that you need. You can't get the information that you can trust in order to make the kinds of decisions that help you to govern your everyday life, that help you to make decisions about your personal finances, your personal safety, make decisions about the wellness and well-being of members of your family. And that is not what this democratic experiment was ever intended to be. And so hat tip to the National Association of Black Journalists for making it plain. In other news, Coco Gauff is gifting $150,000 to the United Negro College Fund for scholarships supporting HBCU tennis players. Coco Gauff, one of my niece's favorite tennis players, and maybe your nieces, or maybe you yourself, maybe your favorite tennis player as well. She's opening the door for the next generation of Black competitive tennis players with the help of the United Negro College Fund. This week, the nonprofit organization announced that Goff's second gift to the UNCF, supporting scholarships for student athletes who play competitive tennis and attend historically Black colleges and universities across the country. Coco Gauff saying in a statement posted to the United Negro College Fund, quotes, "Education has the power to change lives, and I hope this gift will help students achieve their dreams." Beautifully said by a beautiful young leader. We love to see it. Finally, you know what else we like to see? We like to see folks having fun on vacation. The New York Times reporting on travel trends in 2026, uncertainty and folks facing scams, but also micro vacations. That's what really stood out to me from this really compelling and comprehensive article. I encourage you all to go to the New York Times website to take a gander at the entire article. But this idea of micro vacations, I didn't know it was a thing, but apparently it is a thing. The trend has been spurred in part by micro vacationers that are posting about their itineraries on social media. Some are inspired by the idea of stretching limited pay time off. Others look to game loyalty points for quick trips to, say, Barcelona and London. And some are simply drawn to the challenge. A TikToker who goes by Kyla has shared weekend itineraries from the eastern United States to places like Iceland, Tokyo, and Dublin. According to the travel platform TripAdvisor, the average length of a trip taken by an American traveler in 2025, can you guess what it is? 3 days. 3 days. So this micro vacationing thing it's a real thing. From real things to real people, like Al Reynolds, our featured guest this hour. When we come forward, we're going to be going beyond the headlines with Al Reynolds. And first up on the docket, Nicki Minaj, who says that she purposely used a homophobic slur against Don Lemon. We're going to tell you all about that, and we'll get Al Reynolds' reaction to that and more. You are listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. More with my friend, my brother, a More Perfect Union contributor, Al Reynolds, when we come forward.
You're listening to A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. Their max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That fun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We have no permanent friends or permanent enemies. Only permanent interests as we effort to build a more perfect union.
Ain't gang if you let shit slide. Ain't bad if you gotta ride. Big guns and a lot of zip ties. Says she look like me, quit lying. Don't stop the beat, can't stop. Won't stop the beat, won't stop the beat. We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling all. We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling all.
You are listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Dr. Nii-Quartelai Quartey, and we're joined this hour with our special guest, Al Reynolds. He is a More Perfect Union contributor. He is our resident expert on pop culture and entertainment, and he's the person I most wanted to talk to today about this, as someone who is a friend, as somebody who is a part of the LGBTQ community. I think we got the right one today to react to this headline. Our friends at the Griot published an article about Nicki Minaj saying that she purposely used a homophobic slur against Don Lemon. Nicki Minaj is making it clear that she meant exactly what she said and how she said it. The rapper doubled down after using a homophobic slur attacking journalist Don Lemon, admitting that she did so intentionally to provoke outrage and guarantee media coverage rather than walking back her comments. Minaj said the backlash was the point. For folks who are unfamiliar with what she said, Don blank sucking Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. She is referring to the former CNN anchor's live stream from City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. The service had been interrupted by demonstrators protesting the presence of ICE agents at the church. Al Reynolds, what say you about this escalation from Nicki Minaj today?
Listen, what say me, Dr. Nii-Quartelai, is that we were just dancing to her music on your show before we came into this segment. So you know what this
I wasn't
means.
dancing. My face was tight. My face was tight. Somebody else's shoulders might have been moved, but my face was tight.
Listen, we got to remove that immediately. Listen, to me, there's so much to unpack here. And the problem for me is I don't know if she's just doing this for attention or because she is a master of causing chaos, or if it's what she really means. But regardless, she said what she said and she stood on it. And let me tell you why this is bad as far as I'm concerned. See, she's not saying she slipped up. She's saying, look, I meant it. So once you say it was on purpose, then we're debating then your intent, right? Because in my opinion, you are weaponizing a homophobic slur, and you're saying after you weaponize it that I'm standing on business. That's not standing on business. That's standing on a whole community to win an argument. And not only is that gross and immature, but it should technically be unacceptable. Now, listen, we've seen this in hip hop and pop culture a ton of times. People have said things that have been foul, has been ridiculous, have even been homophobic, but then they turn around and say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. So when you are Nicki Minaj and you admit that you meant it, that stops being about ignorance. That starts being about endorsement. And that's where the outrage should come for everybody that's a part of this community or not, in how she used that homophobic slur. See, Don Lemon's point is simple, and I agree with him 100%. Stop using gay people as collateral damage when you are in a beef, or just especially in a celebrity beef. We've all seen this. We've all heard this 100 times. Whenever anybody's trying to emasculate someone, especially a man, especially a black man, they call him or infer that he's gay. That type of stuff has to stop. And for someone to live the life that she lives, for someone to have had the success that she has had, has been off of the back of people in the LGBTQ plus community. Therefore, we need to stand up as a community and make her take accountable for the things that she's saying that's not only hurting us, but continues to serve us in the wrong way. So for me, let me be crystal clear and on purpose in my defense here. And that is Nicki Minaj no longer will be on my playlist anytime soon.
Well, look, you and me both. I mean, listen, I think this is really troubling. It's disturbing on so many different levels. It's not just, sort of the bigoted, homophobic remarks that she had in her post and her doubling down on that, but saying, quotes, "I want that thug in jail."
Right.
And the misinformation saying that he would never do that to any other religion, as if this was motivated by singling out a Christian church. That is a misrepresentation of the facts. Some would just call it a flat out lie. And so it's the fact that she has this big platform, this big social media platform. Millions of people follow her, and millions of people may be taking her at her word. And she's not being honest. She's not telling the truth. In fact, she is enabling, what is an assault, what is amounting to an assault on the constitutional rights of our fellow Americans in Minnesota.
You know what's so bad? It's consistent ignorance, right? At least it's one thing that she's been, and that is consistent in her misinterpretation of information, her misinterpretation of understanding what's going on in the political environment, actually what's going on in life in general. It's just sad across the board. This is clearly one example in which we have heard and continue to endorse that sometimes certain celebrities stay in your lane. In this particular lane, baby, you can't call anybody thug, because you are the epitome of thug. You are married to allegedly a sex offender. You have a family member that is allegedly a pedophile. If that ain't thug, I don't know what is. And look at how your past life has been. And for you to mix that in with religion. In fact, I'm going to pull you remember when Don Lemon, when Dr. Lamar Hill said, do we have to talk about Nikki anymore? No, who was that? Simone Sanders said that. Do we have to talk about Omarosa? Do we have to talk about Nicki Minaj anymore? This is just, it's the outrage about her behavior. It's the abuse. It's the weaponizing of her platform. People, unfortunately, that follow her, people in social media now take things that she say with those 40 million followers, and they use it as the gospel. That spread of misinformation, it leads to the miseducation of our community, which also creates in an environment like this hate, and it should not be spewed that freely.
Yeah. And it's not just, us reacting, but DL Hughley has been blasting Trump's immigration agenda, and he takes another swipe at Nicki Minaj. Speaking with TMZ, DL Hughley, whose show airs right here on KBLA from 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific weekdays, Hughley accused Trump of using immigration as a political weapon, particularly against blue states and cities that didn't support him, saying, quotes, "There are more illegal immigrants, if that's your cause, in Texas, in Florida, in Illinois, in Georgia, even in California." He is punishing those people because, one, the governor, Tim Walz of Minnesota, ran against him, and two, he just wants to be evil. This is a campaign against blue states and blue cities. He went on to have some strong words for Nicki Minaj after her online tirade against Don Lemon, saying that that Nicki Minaj, the remarks that she previously made suggested that she should be less focused on people like California Governor Gavin Newsom, who expressed his support for trans youth and Don Lemon, and more concerned about her husband, Kenneth Zoo Petty, to your point earlier, a registered sex offender. Petty was convicted of first-degree rape in 1995. And so that's what D.L. Hughley is saying. He's standing on business, as you are, and so many others. Yes. It's a shame because our country is at a crossroads, and people with big platforms and a lot of followers, are complicit in this this misinformation campaign. They are complicit in seeking to distort the truth. And it really raises questions as to what their true motivation is. It raises questions, particularly on a week where we remember the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King and a whole generation of civil rights leaders, many of which we will never know their name, many of which will never have a federal holiday named after them, right? And so the fact that this conversation is happening particularly this week is particularly jarring. When we come forward, Al, I want to get your reaction to a special U.S. insurance company that's now pledging to return Obamacare profits to customers in 2026. This don't smell right to me. How does it smell to you? We'll find out when we come forward. We're live with Al Reynolds, our resident pop culture critic here on A More Perfect Union.
The audience is listening, thought-provoking, eye-opening, heart-rendering. This is where authentic voices meet powerful discussions on culture, community, and change. This is where Black voices matter. He's breaking boundaries, amplifying diverse perspectives, and tackling the issues that matter most to you. You're inside A More Perfect Union with Dr. Nii-Quartelai Quartey on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Talks resume Thursday to end New York City's largest nursing strike. About 15,000 nurses have been picketing since January 12th outside of hospitals such as New York Presbyterian and Mount Sinai, demanding safer staffing, better benefits, and workplace protections.
Their value is not negotiable, and their worth is not up for debate.
The union says the strike will continue until deals are reached. Newark, New Jersey leaders are asking for patience as the investigation into Monday's deadly police-involved shooting continues. Black Mayor Ron Baraka and Public Safety Director Emmanuel Miranda says misinformation is circulating and the investigation will take about 20 days. In Washington, D.C., schools are seeing their best teacher retention in 5 years. New data shows 78% of teachers stayed in the same school enrolled this year, while 86% remained with the district overall. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Long Beach stall on the 405. This is southbound before Long Beach Boulevard. Carpool lane is blocked. And then in the backup on the South 405 past Carson Street, a crash is blocking the right lane. Overall, the 405 southbound slowing, leaving the 105. We're also checking out Pomona, 71 northbound before Ranch Road. A crash in the right lane. You're on the brakes from Rio Rancho Road. And the southbound side of the 71 in Pomona, right at Mission Boulevard. Another wreck. This one in the center divider, sending you back from the 10.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The UCLA men's basketball team got a big win Tuesday night at Pauley Pavilion. They beat Purdue, the number 4 team in the nation, 69-67. UCLA forward Tyler Bilodeau hit a game-winning three-pointer. The unranked Bruins gave Purdue their first loss in the Big Ten this season. The UCLA women's basketball team, ranked 3rd in the nation, are at home tonight against Purdue. Lakers star Luka Doncic is still leading the NBA in scoring with 33.5 points per game. Despite the Clippers' blowout loss in Chicago Tuesday night, they remain in 10th place in the Western Conference, the final playoff spot in the West. Major props to African-American tennis star Coco Gauff. Gauff donated $150,000 to provide scholarships for tennis players at HBCU schools. This is the second time Gauff has made the generous gesture. She gave $100,000 to HBCU tennis programs in 2025. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, KBLA delegation, you know what's better than laughing? Laughing while celebrating the legends who made us laugh in the first place. KBLA Talk 1580 is proud to present our annual Black History Month luncheon. And this year, we're honoring comedy greats, trailblazers who broke barriers, and funny bones at the same time.
You had to grow up early when we was growing up because your parents were seen to the store to buy. You was too young to buy. I want you to go to the store, give me a fifth of gin and a pack of cigarettes. Mama, I'm two. They ain't gonna let me have that. Here, take this note. You be a little boy walking down the street with liquor and cigarettes, and your neighbors be going, "That's a good little boy right there."
We need a little levity right about now. So we're rolling out the red carpet for comedy royalty. D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Lunel, Dion Cole, Martin Lawrence, and a surprise guest appearance. It's going up Thursday, February 26th in downtown LA at the Grammy Museum. An unforgettable afternoon of stories, celebration, and yes, plenty of laughs, because let's be real, these legends don't just tell jokes. They have changed the game, opened doors, and made history while making us smile.
You got to go to child support court. You got to get there real early in the morning. You see brothers going in the court. You see them come out 3 hours later. I can't pay this. Let me talk to you, baby. Please, let me talk to the witness, Sean. Let me talk to the witness. Brother be working for 3 weeks, get his check is $43.
This year, for the first time ever, we have set aside a limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon. They are going to go fast, and when they're gone, they're gone. So if you want a single ticket, or if your company or organization wants to sponsor a table, move swiftly and get to KBLA1580.com right now. All these comedy giants in one room on one stage at the same time? Stop it! This event is going to sell out quicker than right now and sooner than at once. KBLA Talk 1580's annual Black History Month luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. It's gonna be legendary, just like them.
What's up? What's up? What's up? You got to laugh the pain away. Whoa, whoa.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
Hit me!
National news, the consequence, informed opinion, and analysis beyond the headlines. You're listening to A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are listening to You're listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm giggling because of all the things that happened during our commercial breaks, including wiping off the lenses of our cameras. And for all the people who are streaming us live right now, you know that Al Reynolds, our pop culture critic, keeps a clean lens.
You got to keep it clean. I was like, I got a couple of seconds. Next thing I know, your face pops up. I'm like, jeez.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Listen, what doesn't sound so clean at the moment is the motivation behind United Health. The insurance company is pledging to return Obamacare profits to customers in 2026. Politico is reporting that the nation's largest health insurer has promised to return any profit it makes in the Affordable Care Act marketplace to consumers in 2026. The United Healthcare Group saying, quotes, we will voluntarily eliminate and rebate our profits this year for these coverages as Congress continues to debate whether to extend enhanced ACA subsidies that expired. Remember, at the end of 2025, those ACA subsidies were intended to help millions of Americans afford Obamacare. But the United Health CEO said in a prepared testimony published ahead of the congressional hearing scheduled for tomorrow. And so what do you make of this? Because this don't sound too clean to me. It sounds like something designed to help Republicans take on some of the political headwinds of being on the wrong side of an issue that affects more Americans than not.
Well, let me tell you something, Dr. Nii-Quartelai. I think you got it right here because you're saying it doesn't sound right. But this is the truth. Under the Affordable Care Act, insurers already face medical loss ratio rules. So just to let you know what that means is a big chunk of the premium is supposed to go to actual care, right? And not overhead and profit. So if you don't meet those spending threshold rebates already happen. Okay, so let's just be very clear that this isn't anything new. It's just dressed up in PR terminology so that it looks like United Healthcare actually gives a crap about offering affordable healthcare. So this is, just think of it like this. This is nothing new. It's been going on. It's been a requirement. This is only a PR-friendly way of describing what regulation already pushes towards companies. And they've been pushing this for over 10 years. So for me, it's like, how dumb do you really think we are? If we just pull back the cover sometimes or look behind a curtain or underneath a rug, we're going to really see what these rich, powerful people have been doing to us for a long time. They've been manipulating us, they've been using us, and they've been getting richer off of our backs. Now, for you to say, because now you're in turmoil because of the conversation around profit maximizing and people's healthcare, to say, oh, guess what? We're going to give you back money. Well, you've been doing it all the time. You were supposed to, because that's what Congress said when they passed it. So what are you actually doing? Once again, you're thinking we're not that smart. We're not going to do our research. And we're going to say, oh, isn't that kind? Because now we're finally having a conversation about how you've been abusing us. Get out of here with this.
Get out of here. Get scramble. That's what I say. I mean, this is why this really matters. I mean, let's not fool ourselves. We know that the health insurance companies have been under a lot of pressure.
Yes.
Particularly from the White House, as President Trump has called on health insurers to lower their prices and said that he would convene a meeting of their CEOs to secure commitments. What's so strange to me about this is, why convene a meeting to get them to voluntarily commit to do these things? Why not just pass a law? Right. That's what the Democrats did with the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare. They passed a law to set the rules of the road. I mean, aren't businesses, and you would know this from your time on Wall Street and in the private sector, last time I checked, businesses, they like certainty. They like to be able to forecast well into the future what's happening and what's not happening. And it seems to me that getting these voluntary commitments, a 1-year commitment to go without getting profits, well, you're going to have to generate profits for your shareholders some way, shape, or form. Somebody's going to have to pay something, right? And so, it is a shell game at the very best. But talk to us about, why is it that Wall Street, why is it the private sector is so willing to play in the uncertainty, so willing to do things that fly in the face of the free market in order to live to fight another day, I guess, in the world of Trump?
Insurance, real estate, finance, stock market, selling stocks, selling dreams, selling false realities is how rich people get richer. All right. And you sell to a fear. So, I mean, honestly, if you're a businessman, you understand it. They all are following this Trumponomics. if you ask me about how you distract what's really going on. They are cutting prescriptions. You've heard this before. They're cutting people's health care in order to meet those shareholders' profits so that people will continue to buy the stock. However, what they're doing and how they've been doing it, honestly, Dr. Nii-Quartelai, has not changed. It simply has not changed. It's just gotten a new face in order to trick more people. Unfortunately, we're aging in this country. People are getting older. They need health care longer. So they have to redress the clown. They have to redress and repaint the faces to make it look like it's a new circus in town. And the truth is, the circus is still the same. And I don't know what it's going to take, but I know what it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen anytime soon, and really causing true accountability to these business people that are taking advantage of us working class until this administration that supports that narrative is gone. And we need to go back to really what it means to service the people, service the people's need. We are living in a time in healthcare where people are being denied cancer care. People are being denied basic drugs in order to manage their disease state, in order for them to live a better life. Something just innately about that is wrong. And you can't say all the time that it's done in the name of profit.
You're absolutely right. And speaking of standing up for the people, that is something that the San Clemente City Council reportedly is not doing. LA is reporting that the San Clemente City Council has approved a controversial Border Patrol agreement to deploy coastal surveillance cameras. And for folks who are less familiar about this, you should know that the San Clemente City Council, they approved this proposal to give federal immigration officials broad oversight over the city's coastline. Get this part, despite overwhelming public opposition. And so just as we're watching members of Congress vote in ways that are at odds with their own constituents, just as we're seeing examples of this administration acting in ways, signing executive orders that are at odds with what the people say we want, we're seeing this even on the local level in places like San Clemente. See, under the agreement, Al, Customs and Border Patrol, they're going to be able to install cameras on a hilltop to keep an eye on the city's waters for incoming, what they're called panga boats. And if people from these panga boats head into the city, the federal agents can surveil them in residential neighborhoods. City officials will not have access to the surveillance system or how it's being used. This is deeply disturbing to me. I would imagine it is deeply disturbing to a number of the folks who are in opposition to this in San Clemente, and it should be deeply disturbing to all of us, no?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm glad you told me how to say San Clemente, because I was going to come on here and say San Clemente. Clement or something. I'm glad, I love working with smart people. It just makes me feel so good to come here every day. Let me tell you something about this. If I'm not the only one that feels this way, everybody needs to open their eyes. This clearly is, this particular community is getting some money from somebody on the federal level for putting these surveillance there because their biggest campaign is border control. That's what it's saying. You want to know why I'm saying that? It's because the city approved of the agreement, which is letting Border Control install these coastal surveillance cameras. But guess what, everybody? The city won't even have access to the system or visibility in how it's used. What? You're putting cameras in my borders, on my borders, in my communities, of a community that I am supposed to protect and serve. But however, you're not giving me access to it. Okay, this sounds like a bribe or some type of payoff. Allegedly, I said it. It gives me black blocs vibes, and I feel like anybody who has a half a brain could smell it and see it from a mile away. But I want you guys to be very clear about this, or I want to be very clear about this. San Clemente County, whatever he call it. You are allowing for an infrastructure to intrude, invade your community. Things like that don't just exist and stay confined. Things like that grow, and they use that footage to do other things. No one, we've seen the data, right? We've seen the data, Dr. Nii-Quartelai. Those panga boats, that's been decreasing. No one's using panga boats anymore. Like, what are you even saying? You're once again using fear mongering, money and power to get what you want, and it's going to be disturbing to see how this manifests over the next 5 to 10 years.
Well, even more than that, city leaders directed the city manager to enter into this lease agreement with Customs and Border Patrol for a 5-year term with 3 5-year renewal options. Federal immigration agents will also pay, get this out, a one-time fee of $10 to the city to cover electricity costs.
I say publicly, I think it's something. Would you allow, if you were representing your constituents, would you allow this type of surveillance in your community and you not have some type of check and balance, some type of accountability for what it does, some type of proof of why it's there? You are opening your entire community, your entire base to nothing but, surveillance. Something about that just doesn't feel right. It doesn't sound right. And in my opinion, something in the milk ain't clean.
Something in the milk ain't clean. And there's going to be a major price to be paid for this. And the city report officials said that the CPB, quotes, has stated that the system would be configured to avoid scanning residential areas that fall into the scan view shed. However, city officials said just this past Tuesday night that the agency can't commit, quotes, can't commit contractually to not surveilling anything inside the city limits of San Clemente or inside the residential areas. I mean, the fact that the city council of San Clemente has agreed to this is egregious. It is egregious. It is a setup to deny, if not diminish, the civil rights and civil liberties of the people who live in San Clemente. And if this is allowed to happen in San Clemente, California, then imagine what other cities this is happening to or will happen to.
That's it. You said, you hit it on the head. It's what other cities will this happen to? This is not only a breach of privacy. To me, this is a form of profiling. And of course, profiling is supposed to be illegal, isn't it? The last time I checked, but heck, everything this man does has been illegal and he's worked around it. But beyond that, that city council, this is an oversight. And you have a responsibility, just like as a banker, I have fiduciary responsibilities. You have a responsibility to your constituents. And I'm going to tell you what, in my opinion, they're failing their constituents.
When we come forward, we're going to wrap up on a brighter note, a more inspiring note. One of my favorite singers, other than Jilly from Philly. I love Jilly from Philly. But I also love John Legend. And when we come forward, we're going to talk about how John Legend is joining the board of directors, for an international organization that we all know maybe a little something about. We'll get our More Perfect Union pop culture critic Al Reynolds' reaction to John Legend's newest demonstration of leadership in the community. When we come forward, you're listening to and streaming a More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580.
Striving to make America a nation as good as its promise. This is a More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The tray and tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Notable journalists, industry leaders, lawmakers, change makers, tastemakers, and you working to build a more perfect union on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are listening to and streaming A More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. In our remaining minutes with More Perfect Union pop culture critic Al Reynolds, we are ending on a lighter note. A lot of heavy news in the cycle today, but silver lining here, learning that John Legend is joining the Global Citizens Board of Director. He is taking on a new role with Global Citizen. The award-winning artist and activist has been named to their board of directors. The organization announced that just this week as a part of a slate of 5 new board members. John Legend saying, quotes, "At a time when the world needs bold cross-sector leadership to accelerate progress against extreme poverty, Global Citizen is proud to welcome an extraordinary group of leaders to the board." John, of course, has worked with Global Citizen for years, ever since its founding in 2011. And he says, "I've been with Global Citizen since the very beginning, from their first concert in Central Park to the global movement it is today. I've seen how the organization turns collective energy into real progress, and I'm honored to help guide its mission forward as a member of the board." And so it's good to see. It's good to see everyone doing what they can from where they are with what they have, as we like to say around here. What do you make of this, Al?
Oh, this is a great way to close it out. Tonight's conversation. This is one that just actually is a clean fit, and it makes a immense amount of sense to me. John Legend, you got to think, to me, at least in my head, John Legend isn't a celebrity who just tweets or sounds off. He's a celebrity with a long track record of civic work. Remember, he founded, the Show Me campaign, which was for educational equality, which was for the underserved. He also launched Free America for, I do a lot of prison work myself. I teach in the prison system. So he does a lot of work in criminal legal reform. Remember, he did that huge concert where he actually did the concert in a prison. So for him to be added to the Global Citizen Board, it isn't just star power to me. It isn't just saying who can bring attention. This to me is true alignment, because one thing we know for sure is that poverty doesn't live in one lane, right? right? Poverty is affected in our community because of education, lack of opportunity, policy, and systems. And for him to join that board to try to connect and build the bridge, to me, just really warms my heart. And I love seeing this is a situation where someone like him, I will give the ability to be two things. That's one, a celebrity, and two, an activist, and three, the two of them that I will listen to.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's wonderful to see folks who we celebrate being in community, using their platform to do more than just advance their narrow self-interest. You know, I hope that it is a demonstration to all of us, whether you're a celebrity or not, we all have an audience.
Right.
We all have a sphere of influence. We all have people in our families, in our friend network that pay attention to what we say and what we do and how we vote. And most importantly, how we show up. And so I hope John Legend's newest effort in the community as a member of the board of directors of Global Citizen, I hope that inspires us all to.
Speaking of showing up, Dr. Nii-Quartelai, you're looking real brown and happy these days. Is there anything you would like to share with us?
Well, you know, I've been spending a lot more time here in Los Angeles, and so less time at the White House, and so I think that and my Kiehl's regimen may account for a little bit of a glow.
So are you teaching this semester? I start on Monday. How about you?
I'm not teaching this semester, but I am working on a project that I can't wait to share with folks, developing a documentary project that I'm really excited about. I'm also working very closely with George Fothery, who was the lead attorney around the return of Bruce's Beach to the Bruce family. I've teamed up with him on the Black Land Loss Narrative Archive Project. And so much more to share in the coming weeks and months. But you got your glow going on too.
This is a filter.
You're too much. You're too much. But just enough for us here at a More Perfect Union. We'll have to leave it there. My thanks to my friend, my brother, Al Reynolds, always coming on, keeping it real. We can't wait to talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it tonight. Take care.
You've been listening to and streaming a More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580. My thanks to the entire team that helps to produce a More Perfect Union. Our executive producer, Tavis Smiley, our sound engineer, Brother Andy, our show producers, Faraji and Art, and of course, each and every one of you. Remember, do what you can from where you are with what you have. I'm Dr. Nii-Quartelai Quartey. You've been listening to and streaming a More Perfect Union on KBLA Talk 1580.
A win for public education. Dangerously cold sub-zero temperatures are expected across much of the eastern U.S. this week, with strong winds creating life-threatening wind chills. Extreme cold warnings are in effect for the northern plains and upper Midwest, while stores in part of the South are seeing a rush